They came at night, unseen, unstoppable. From the forests to the farmlands, they tore through everything in their path. What began as a small problem in the south has now exploded into a nationwide crisis. These are wild hogs, also called feral swine, and they are among the most destructive invasive species on Earth. The invasion begins. In the heart of Texas, Louisiana, and New South Wales, something strange is happening. Once quiet fields now echo with grunts and squeals. Every night, herds, called sounders, move through the darkness, eating, digging, and destroying. They breed faster than any predator can stop them. A single female can birth 2 litters a year, each with up to 10 piglets. Within months, one sounder becomes 10, and then 100. Statistic overlay. Over 8 million wild hogs roam across the United States. Annual damage, $2.5 billion and rising. No fence can hold them. No trap can catch them all. They adapt, they learn, and they multiply. But as the problem grows, so does the resolve of those fighting back. The farmers fight back. Cut to aerial footage of burned crops, broken irrigation lines, and sleepless farmers inspecting their fields with flashlights. For generations, farmers have tilled this soil, raised their families, and built their livelihoods here. But now, their world is under siege. Every broken fence is a lost dollar. Every destroyed crop, a meal stolen from a family table. And so, instead of waiting for help, they built traps. These aren't ordinary cages. They're smart traps, controlled by remote cameras and smartphones. Baited with fermented corn, the smell lures entire herds. Once every hog steps inside, click. A single tap, and the gate slams shut. No panic. No chaos. Just efficiency. Through teamwork and technology, entire herds are captured overnight, halting the breeding cycle that fuels this invasion. Hunters of the night. But not every hog takes the bait. Some learn. Some survive. And so, when the sun sets, the second line of defense begins. Switch to night vision footage, green thermal silhouettes moving through brush. Between 8 p.m. and 4 a.m., hunters move silently through the dark. Their scopes glow with heat signatures, their trucks hum low across the plains. This isn't hunting for sport. It's survival. Each shot is not about killing, it's about balance. Every hog taken is a field protected, a farmer saved from ruin. From pest to plate. But here's where the story takes an unexpected turn. What if this crisis could become a resource? Farmers began asking. If we're capturing hundreds of hogs, why waste them? And so, a new idea was born, turning destruction into dinner. Captured hogs are loaded into reinforced trailers and transported to licensed USDA facilities. There, the process is humane and precise. A single stun or shot ensures instant unconsciousness. The carcasses are chilled, cleaned, and carefully broken down. From the field to the table, legally, safely, humanely. Wild hog meat is leaner, darker, and richer than domestic pork, with 20% less fat and a deep, earthy flavor. But it's not simple. Only meat processed in USDA-approved plants can be sold. Anything else is illegal under the Federal Meat Inspection Act. That small inspection stamp. It's not a logo, it's the law. It's the line between food and felony. The human side of survival. Emotional piano music fades in. Camera pans across faces of tired farmers, families around dinner tables. For months, families watched helplessly as the hogs destroyed their harvests. Fences crumpled. Fields turned to mud. Futures dimmed. But then, they decided to fight back. Together. They built steel traps from spare materials. They baited them, waited, and worked through sleepless nights. When the first herd was caught, they didn't celebrate with cheers, but with relief. They butchered. The meat, cooked it, and shared it among neighbors. That night, the same animal that destroyed their crops, fed their children. It wasn't victory. It was resilience. A quiet reminder that even in loss, there's life. Even in chaos, there's a way forward. A new movement. Across the South, from Texas to Florida, from Alabama to Arkansas, a new kind of industry is rising. Entrepreneurs are creating sustainable food chains from wild-caught pork. Restaurants are adding wild boar to their menus. Communities are earning income by turning invasive animals into export-quality meat. What began as desperation is now innovation. This isn't about revenge. It's about renewal. Each hog processed means fewer crops destroyed, fewer chemicals sprayed, and more balance restored. The global story. But this isn't just an American fight. Across Europe, Australia, and Asia, wild boar numbers are exploding. In Poland's Pomeranian fields, entire harvests vanish overnight. In New South Wales, their population exceeds 8 million, thriving under climate change. In Germany, farmers lose €80 million every year. This is not just an ecological issue, it's an economic war. And the frontline soldiers are farmers, hunters, and conservationists working together to restore balance. Nature's irony. There's a certain poetry in this struggle. An animal introduced by humans, now threatening human survival. A beast once hunted for food, now hunted to save food. The wild hog is a symbol of how easily balance can be lost, and how fiercely it must be reclaimed. Montage, traps closing. Hunters walking through dawn mist. Families cooking wild pork. Every hunt, every trap, every meal, it all tells one story. A story of adaptation. A story of resilience. A story that says when the world changes, we can change with it. The lesson. In the end, it's not about the boars. It's